Hello everyone, welcome back. It's Digifox Labs. I'm Mr. Fox. Today we're going to be talking about 5 tokens that we suggest, again, not financial advice, that you take a position in and hodl for 2022 and potentially 2023. Now, none of this is financial advice. We are not financial advisors. Everything said here is 100% our opinion. So the first coin up, if you can't tell, is going to be XDC, which is XinFin. What is it exactly? Well, it's a hybrid blockchain. What is a hybrid blockchain? Well, you have different, you have private and you have public blockchains, okay? And then you also have the need to get businesses and corporations involved in blockchain technology to be using smart contracts. So how do you go about doing that? Well, XinFin seems to have figured it out. They are partnering with some of the biggest companies and they have some of the best technology and the best developers working on the project to go ahead and help facilitate that transition. So let's go ahead and go on their website and scroll further down. They have a YouTube video right here, roughly around 2 minutes, that we are not going to play. You could go ahead and we'll provide a link in the description below and watch that on your own. But as you see here, it is decentralized, hybrid, interoperable, and liquid network. It is a delegate proof of stake consensus network, also known as XDPOS, enabling hybrid relay bridges, instant block finality, and interoperability with ISO 20022. Now, if you do not know what ISO 20022 is, I highly recommend you pause this video right now, open up another tab, and go on Google or Yahoo or whatever web browser you decide to use and look up what ISO 20022. It is 100% going to change how we use financing and potentially blockchain technology in the future. And it goes along with a lot of things that are on this list today that I'm going to talk about. And so as we scroll further down, they give you a comparison as far as Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XinFin or XDC on how many transactions per second it does. Okay, so right here, XinFin does roughly around 2,000, where Ethereum and Bitcoin is single to double digits only, right? And then you have the fees associated with it, right? So you have $15, $10 respectively with Ethereum, and the fees for XDC is literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 decimal places of a penny. And it happens a lot quicker than Ethereum and Bitcoin. And it also has smart contracts, which Bitcoin does not at this time, which there is a possibility that could change in the future. We don't know. Only time will tell. And of course, we all know Ethereum is the big one in the room. And of course, they do have smart contract support. And so we see here that it is for, and it meaning XinFin, they are looking to have an interoperable blockchain network for global trade and finance. So there is this new thing called fintech that has been around for the past couple of years, maybe even longer, maybe like a decade or so. And they are literally going to want to position themselves as the front runners for it, or at least joint front runners with another project that we're going to discuss here. And so we see here that they are looking to tokenize they are looking to digitize and tokenize with instant settlement of trade transactions, which increases efficiency and reduces reliance on complex Forex infrastructures, allowing for increased flexibility in liquidity and management for financial institutions. And go ahead and open up the link that we're going to provide below to their website and just read up on it. It's very, very, very interesting. A lot of information. We're not going to go ahead and discuss it because the title of this video is Top 5 Coins You Need to HODL in 2022. So scroll further down into it and we're going to get right into it as why we feel you should go ahead and take a position. So you have R3. Big developers involved with that. You have Insoft, a bank. Asocham, India, another bank. Nanyang Technology University, Singapore, one of the biggest universities in Singapore. You have Circle, yes, as in USDC, Circle. It is also rumored that they will be going public on the stock market, either through acquisition of a SPAC, S-P-A-C, or just open up as Circle on their own. You have Abu Dhabi Global Market, Ramco, Copper. These are big players in fintech currently. All of these individuals, yes, even the university has the capability to change the infrastructure of finance. And these are all partnerships. And so they have a position, not necessarily maybe tokens or XDC coins per se, but they are providing developers, they are providing education, they are giving you awareness. They have their finger in the XinFin pot, if you will. And it has been featured in numerous literatures, all these right here in front of you as well. They have videos going ahead and giving you further detail on what XinFin does and what it is they do. And then here are the wallets, because it is its own blockchain, right? So you can't have an Ethereum wallet, although at one point they did have, or I think they still do, have an ERC20 equivalent, but I believe they transitioned out, so they have their full-fledged coin, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, sorry, their full-fledged blockchain. So you see here they have Free Wallet. We're all familiar with that. Lumi Wallet, Decent Wallet, Elipad Wallet. What else do they have? Infinity Wallet, a Trezor. You could go ahead and put your XDC on Trezor. So the numerous wallets for you to go ahead and put your XDC tokens in. So let's go ahead and look at the price. According to CoinGecko, it is running at 6 cents as of this recording. They have a total supply of 37 billion. Daily trading hours, let's see, they have, daily trading dollars, they have 7 million, and market cap is 700 million. So very, very low, very, very early on, and it hasn't really, it's very affordable, right? You could get one for 6 cents. And so when you factor in everyone that's going to be using fintech in the future, right? Now, we all know blockchain technology and investing in it right now is speculation. And once this alleged crash happens, which we all here at digifoxofficial, we believe there's going to be a massive crash happening, that is going to be the time when everybody, to include banks and trillions and zillions and billions of dollars, enters into the blockchain space, right? And some coins will disappear and others will stay. We believe this is going to be one that stays, right? So if we look right here at the max of the chart, according to CoinGecko, it did run up all the way to 17 cents. Of the nature. Maybe some exchanges happen to reach 20 cents. So right now you're looking at roughly a 3 to 4x opportunity if you take an investment right now and just hodl. When is it going to go up again? We don't know, because again, it is speculation time. It is not fully functioning adoption time as of yet. That is yet to be seen, and it will be seen, I can promise you that. But let's go ahead and look a little bit further in the TA and see if this is the prime time to go ahead and enter in a position. So as we see here on TradingView, it's very limited as far as getting the charts for XDC, because it hasn't really been released on a lot of exchanges. They are just now acquiring it. And we will tell you, most of the coins we are talking about on this station right now is going to be available on UPHOLD. UPHOLD just now released trading capabilities for the XDC token. So that is very, very positive for the token in itself. So we see here that it looks like it's going through a reversal at time, but it's actually in consolidation. It has been for the past 3 months, or maybe 4 months now. But we do see here that the peak was roughly around the 20-cent mark, according to KUCOIN. This is on the KUCOIN trading pair with XDC and USDT, so essentially the dollar. But now let's go ahead and do some trend lines, right, and see where this could potentially be going. So we see here that it went ahead and broke out of that. It's holding support here, right? And it's breaking out here. So we have roughly around a support line of 4 cents, right? And then it was in a descending triangle, it looks like, of some magnitude, providing lower highs, such as, let's see, this would be your first one, this is your other one, this is another one, right? We keep getting lower and lower, and then, whoops, look at here, we're starting to reverse. So this might be the time to go ahead and start having your HODL bag open up and start filling it up with XDC tokens. And this is not going to be one of those trades that you happen to be lucky in for a week or two. This is going to be like months, maybe a year out, right? So you just set it and forget it, because right now we are what looks like in one of the lowest accumulation areas, which is roughly around the 4 to 6 cent region, because we were in the same region roughly around when is this June timeframe of 2021, so roughly almost a year ago. So with that said, if you look right there, this right here could potentially be considered a double bottom of some sort over the course of a year. So now would be the time to go ahead and get you some XDC. So that is coin number 1. Coin number 2, we all know, Stellar. So Stellar, we all know Stellar. We've talked about it numerous times on this channel, and it is going by XLM on the coin ticker list, if that makes sense. And it's essentially a remittance payment, right? It's it's something that the dollar or different currencies around the world is pegged to, and they also have their own blockchain as well as projects running on the Stellar blockchain. So it's not just a form of remittance payments; it's also giving developers and entrepreneurs the ability to create businesses and start one on the blockchain. They have their own wallet, they have their own blockchain, and they have their own smart contracts. It is also developed by Gemma Caleb, who developed XRP. Quite interesting, is it not? So we go ahead and scroll further down here, and they have everything that you could possibly need to know about it and why you should go ahead and do it. They also have a partnership with Circle. They also have a partnership with Moneygram. Moneygram is for individuals that want to send money from one country to another, right? So now think about it this way. Moneygram has partnered with Stellar. The business is already there. So that is essentially what Stellar is, but on the blockchain. So just go ahead, we'll again provide a link in the description below, and look at the partners. Go ahead and click on news. If you're going to just speculate, go ahead and type in Stellar news in Google and see what you come up with. And they're roughly in the news every single week. For example, a couple months ago, they were in the United States Senate. Go ahead and letting their stance known on blockchain technology and why it should not be regulated heavily as what it is today. So, at least within the United States. So that is why we are bullish on it, because it is going to have a place in the future when it's all said and done. And let's go ahead and go and look at the price. It is 17 cents, quite affordable for some individuals, no matter where you are in the world. And we see a max supply of 50 billion, right? It's 4 billion market cap. And we see here that its all-time high has not yet been hit yet. But look at this pattern right here on CoinGecko, right? So it reached, what was it, like roughly 80 cents, 90 cents, maybe $1, right? Let's see here, 90 cents, right? And it did the same thing almost again in May 2021. But what we need to look here is you see that it formed a massive round of bottom, and it's now forming a descending wedge. Zoom out and have a look at it, right? That looks like a cup, and handle. Price target for this, well, you go ahead and take the bottom part of the cup and you take the top part of the cup, which would be the lip part, and you just add it and flip it on its side, and that is roughly your price trajectory, right? So you're looking at roughly about $1.50, $1.60, maybe $1.80, and with the volatility, it may actually go to $2, right? And so let's go ahead and look at XLM and why now it is the perfect time to get involved. Sorry, we haven't paid our TA, our trading view bill yet. We'll get to that so we don't get advertisements interrupting us. So we see here that in the short term, we formed a double bottom and we went all the way up to the 23 cent region and came back down to the 15 cent region, right? The next part is going to be up to, not instantly, but essentially it will go ahead and make a pump all the way to 40 cents, we believe. And this is based off Fibonacci retracements going back to November timeframe. The next bit is going to be the 62 region, which is going to match roughly the peak of May 2021, at which point then it will form a double bottom, as you see we indicated with this little design there, as well as this little design right there, right? So what's interesting you need to know is that that is just for the short term, right? If this is going to do what we all want it to do, which is go to all-time highs and set all-time highs, you see here, as we indicate on CoinGecko, that this is in fact a rounded bottom. So let's go ahead and draw this for you. Here is your cup, right? Here is your cup. And then here is your handle. All this right there is your handle. So how do you measure this? Well, you go ahead and let's see if we could go ahead and do this correctly for you. We're going to get you a price range, and we're going to go ahead and put it somewhere randomly right here and pull all the way up to a safe position such as that, right? And so that is what we're looking for. So we have that. And so let's go ahead and make this go lower. And so when this finally breaks out, you are looking at roughly you get it and you flip it on its side, you are looking at $1.50, right? Now, not financial advice, we're not financial advisors, remember that. If we were to play this, which we are going to play it, we are not going to wait for it to go to $1.50. Absolutely, positively not. We are going to look and wait for it to go to $1.25, $1.30, maybe even the dollar region. Primarily because if you think about it, we don't know what's going to happen. They could come out with regulations. Everything is very much will come to light with time. Okay, so we're going to dollar cost average out, no different than if you were to dollar cost average in, which we recommend you do so for every coin on this list in some magnitude. Or if you just want to pick one of the list, go ahead and do that too. So that's what we're looking at, right? So next coin we're talking about is the infamous, oh, it's 404 decline. What fancy that? Let's see if it works out. It's XRP, but interesting enough, their website isn't working. Their hyperlink isn't working from CoinGecko, but it looks like it is now. So this is Ripple's website. And why are we bullish on Ripple? Well, if you don't know, I'm going to tell you right now. It mirrors XLM, or maybe XLM mirrors XRP. So when one moves, the other one moves literally within 24 to 40 hours of one another, sometimes at the same time. And they do roughly around the same thing. It's interesting to note that Moneygram actually had a partnership with Ripple, and then they jumped ship and went to XLM Stellar because of the whole lawsuit situation, right? And so we see here that they are trying to transform the way you move, manage, and tokenize value. So if you don't know all the partnerships with Ripple, you have Bank of America here. You have SBI, which is a massive Japanese bank, right? You have Novati. You have SCB, another bank. Pontoon Money Transfer, Saab. You have Cross. You have, what is this? Republic of Palau. You have all Tranglo. You have all these financial institutions, all these fintech capability institutions on board with Ripple, mind you. Remember this fact, they are still on board with them in the middle of an SEC court battle. Yes, no matter what's happening with the SEC, there is, for some reason, all these massive trillionaire companies partnering with Ripple, and they're not moving. Except for Moneygram, but then again, who knows? Maybe they got a better offer with Moneygram. Oh, I'm sorry, with Stellar, right? So they're giving you crypto solutions built for business. They are going for corporations. So maybe Stellar is the one that's going to go for maybe like the middle businesses and maybe like the people, whereas Ripple is made for institutions and governments, as we see here, innovation for financial institution, businesses, and government, and more. Let's be honest. It's just the first three. Let's just be real honest. And then they're also involved with CBDCs, as we see here. And so, interesting enough, if you look at our past videos, you'll see that the website has changed quite dramatically. As we see here, Ripple is involved in the Philippines and Mexico. Interesting enough. And go ahead and click on the link, as again, we're going to go ahead and provide a link in the description below. But we are bullish on Ripple, and we have a position in Ripple as well, as they have, yet again, their own blockchain. And it is made by Gemma Caleb, as well as there's someone else involved, I forgot his name. But we definitely are bullish on it. So let's go ahead and go to XRP. And it's difficult, if you're American, to go ahead and get your hands on XRP, as I believe there's only one way to get it, which is through UPHOLD. Go ahead and support this channel by buying XRP, XDC, or XLM with our affiliate link. It helps you as well as it helps us, and it just gets you access to a coin that is very difficult to get in the United States. So if you're in the United States, go ahead and click on the UPHOLD link below. So going back to XRP, we see it's a $29 billion market cap. We see that there is $61 million being traded. Oh, sorry, apologies. No, $2 billion being traded every single day, and that is a lot. And remember, there's banks involved, so that makes complete sense, right? And we have circulating supply, which is 50 billion, and we all know that there is escrow account with about 60 billion or so being held and locked away. So we see here that the max price that it reached, XRP reached, was roughly around what, $3? And so currently it is a bargain. You have 61 cents. So think about it this way. With everybody that is involved with this company who just so happens to own XRP, why would you not want to take a position? Follow the money, right? just go ahead and follow the money. Let them do the work for you. All you're doing is riding the coattails, and then just go ahead and take profits. I highly recommend you take profits. Where do we see this going? I mean, as you see here, it's forming almost something identical to XLM, right? Here's XRP on CoinGecko. Here is XLM on CoinGecko. Tell me these two do not look the same. Tell me these two do not look the same. Look at that. XRP, XLM, XRP, XLM, XRP. Right, so you got the point. So let's go ahead and go to XRP on the trading analysis. I believe this is XRP on the KuCoin, right? And so we see here, let's go ahead and draw a trend line, and it's going to look almost identical to XLM, right? There's that. And then here's a bottom, a support rather, right? And so there you go. We're trading within this. So at time of recording, right? At time of recording, it may behoove you to actually take a position kind of right now, really, if you think about it, right? Because, sorry, just had to plug in the laptop here. Because if you look right here, it had a perfect bounce right there. A perfect bounce right there. I couldn't have done it any better, right? And so where do we see this going? From the 57 cents all the way up to the 74 cents. So there you go. You're going to be a profit if you take a position right now, right? Now, is it going to break out? We don't know. We need confirmation because it could very well just come back down like this and do this and do this and then come out sideways and capitulate essentially. At which point, if it capitulates, then we're looking at something like this, right? So again, it's all a matter of waiting, or as we stated, hodl. Just hodl it for a year, maybe 2 years. But once you reach your target, which could be $1.90, $2, or maybe back to all-time highs of $3, right? We don't know what your price target is. But where do we see this going? Well, honestly, we see this going roughly to, let's see here. Let's do a fib retracement. Oh no, it looks like it. Oh, there it is. So let's go ahead and see. I don't think it's gonna come up because this is on, what is this on? KuCoin, I don't believe it's going to be on there. Unfortunately, it is not going to be on there. But if it went to $3, right, you could just do a fib retracement down from the $3 region all the way down, and it should reach roughly around maybe like $8, somewhere around there, if I'm not mistaken. And so that's where you start dollar cost averaging out of the market. So this is definitely something you go ahead and you put money in, and you just check it every other day. And then when the market starts heating up, go ahead. Start taking some profits. So the next coin, Chia Network. Now we've talked about this yet again, and interesting enough, it's called XCH is the coin, and we have some actual news, which is quite interesting considering that we haven't touched base on Chia in roughly quite a few months. So we are bullish on it. We do have a position on it through UPHOLD as well. And we see here that the market cap is actually 200 million, which is quite low. And then we have circulating supply of 3 million out of 24 million. And so if we look at the all-time highs, it was actually at $1,500. And now it's at what? $53? So if you're looking to hold until it reaches all-time highs yet again, will it happen? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. But we are actually going to put some money and risk that chance, right? So if you think about it, you have that, what is that, 100x? Let's see, 1, 2 zeros. Oh, no, that's not, that's, what is that? Maybe like a 5x, right? My math is horrendous. Let's see here. What is, let's see, that's a 10. Sorry, that is a 10x would be $500, and then you have a 20x, which would be double that. So you're looking at roughly around a 30x if it gets to all-time highs again. A 30x. That is astonishing, okay? Extremely astonishing. So what is Chia? Well, we're not going to get too much into it. Again, link in the description. Go ahead and read for your own likings. And it's going to provide the rails for the Internet of Markets. So what makes that interesting? It is going to be DeFi. It is going to be the rails of the internet. So essentially probably for finance yet again, providing also its own blockchain, if I'm not mistaken, because if we scroll right here, there is no Ethereum thing here on CoinGecko. So it's its own blockchain yet again. And we scroll here, and why are we bullish on this? Well, that is very interesting, as you know, it provides, you know, advertisement for the Internet of Things and railroads and all that stuff for the internet. But look right here. This is what they're trying to do. They're trying to be compliant. And then they're also going to head, and they indicated that they are they feel that the CFTC is going to be the one regulating cryptocurrencies. And they also indicated that they want to become a public company. They want to be a public company. That in itself should make you bullish. Means they're going to have stock market exposure as well as be on the blockchain, or their own blockchain rather, right? And sustainability. Where do we see the narrative with all Western countries going? Sustainability. What is the whole narrative for Bitcoin right now, right? Why is it so bad? Well, it's not sustainable, right? You power, apparently, according to the politicians, you're able to power a whole country and only produce one Bitcoin, according to them, right? So that fits a narrative that they have been pushing for the longest time, okay? And we see here that in the news, they mentioned KUCOIN on numerous news outlets, one being Fox Business News, which we're going to go ahead and I believe they have like a small little snippet. I believe that's not it. Here it is. So crypto is not a sanctions escape for Russia, Chia Network's CEO is. So not only are they trying to be regulatory and get in with the government of the United States, but they look like to be political and they're making political claims, right? So that is very interesting. And so no one has really heard about them, clearly because of the price of Chia in itself. It is available on Uphold, and Uphold has this ability to get in on projects before they've either they've been battered down because of regulations or battered down because of something or other, right? But they seem to be getting involved in cryptocurrencies that have a future, that have a model, that has a CEO involved with them. Yes. So I think they do their due diligence on Uphold. And if I'm not mistaken, they actually probably could serve as like a little alert for you, right? So that is something that needs to be considered, right? So let's go ahead and look at XCH, right? XCH, and let's go ahead and look at the stock, not yet, but the coin here, XCH, right? We're gonna go ahead and what would it be on? Let's go ahead and look at OKX to see how. See, it hasn't really. Oh no, it's just been beat down so much that it's hard to get the. Oh, wow. Okay, so that's very low. Yeah, so maybe not that one. We'll try one more because I'm sure you don't want to see me do all this. Yeah, so it's very difficult. So this is a fib retracement right here that I did a long time ago. And if it does go up and matches it, it forms like what we think could be a cup and handle in the long term, right? In the long term, we're looking at roughly in the long term, a $2,500 XCH. Not bad for your money if you start getting it now. So if you were to go ahead and get it now, unfortunately, there's not much data, API information for XCH, which is fine. It's acceptable because, you know, June 2021, you know, to now, that's not even a year completely, you know. So again, if you take a position now, you know, the bigger the base, the bigger the boom. That is what Wall Street says all the time. So this is legitimately a hodl through 2022 and potentially 23 and 24 and beyond. So keep that in mind. This does have 4 figures written all over it. It's just a matter of when, because if you think about it, there's only 3 million tokens available right now. Okay. And that is not a lot considering how many people are in the world and how much money these institutions have. The next coin and the last one, since we have a theme of X's in front of our coins, we're going to conclude with another one, XCAD. Now, this is not one that's going to be for businesses, institutions, and blah, blah, blah. This is one that is for individuals like myself, right? So you have XCAD Network. XCAD is going to be the ticker symbol. Market cap of 78 million with a total supply of, what is that? Thousands, 200 million. So again, low ground floor. So this is going to be in competition with Theta. This is going to be in competition with, what's the other one? EOS. So you have 3 tokens here, XCAD, EOS, and Theta, to pick from who is going to be the replacement for YouTube. And if all intents and purposes, none of them may very well be. They may actually share it. YouTube may come out with their own crypto. We don't know. And so we see here that they have different bridges, right? They have Polygon, they have Ethereum, they have Binance, they have Zilliqa, and Meta's Andromeda. So we could go ahead and see that they have bridges formed, and they are working on more bridges, obviously, because they want to be interoperable with everybody. So we went ahead and zoomed out of the price targets, and it looks similar like a Wyckoff, a mini Wyckoff here on CoinGecko. Again, it's it's kind of hard to tell on CoinGecko, but that looks a bit Wyckoff-ishy to it, does it not? A little bit Bart Simpson-y, but it peaked out roughly around the $7, $8, $9 region, and it came crashing all the way down, and we're currently sitting at $3, right? And so the time to accumulate would have been around the $2 region. We may be coming back down to retest that region, and so you may want to hold off. We don't exactly know yet because let's just see here. We haven't really had a chance to look at the charts here. Let's see here. XCAT will go on KuCoin. I don't know if it's going to be on there. Yeah, it's not very helpful. That's the monthly. In fact, I think that's what the issue was earlier as far as XCH. But you got the point. That's a HODL one there. Probably not the best. The best coin to trade daily, right? And so let's go ahead and squeeze this, pinch it. There we go. That looks peachy. Right, so we see here we had a double bottom right there, 1, 2, and we went up to this level right there, okay? Now, what could potentially happen is it's going to revisit this region right here. So it may come down temporarily or closely and bounce off this region, making this 3. If it bounces and if it holds, we could be seeing us off to the races essentially, right? And we could be the next level to test is going to be, let's see here, is going to be roughly around this region right here. That is going to be the area where I would recommend you take profits. Now, if you're looking to hold for the long term, right, and potentially make it past, what's it called? All-time highs, that's a risk that's quite risky. Could it happen? Absolutely. Could we be wrong? Absolutely. But we are going to take profits roughly around the $6 to $7 region. And interesting enough, if you look right here, we are currently at the $3 region. So that's roughly double your money. That's not bad, right? Now, where can this go? If we do a simple fib retracement, this could potentially go all the way to the $12 region. So keep that in mind. If you're going to go ahead and get an XCAD, keep that in mind. Where is XCAD available? Is it available on Uphold? I do not believe so. Let's go ahead and look at the markets. And according to CoinGecko, you get it on Uniswap for USDT. It's on Huobi, KuCoin, PancakeSwap, because remember, it's Binance, Bittrex. I believe that's Bittrex Global, if I'm not mistaken. MEXC, Zilliqa Swap. That's how we took a position on it. And QuickSwap, that would be another interesting position on it. So all of these are vetted and trusted sources, except Yellow was on Bitmart. Hotbit is also a place where you can go ahead and acquire some of it. But those are our 5 coins. All of them have an X theme. We'll always call these the X people. Sorry, the X coins. You know, similar to like the X-Men, but X coins. So with that said, happy days, happy trading, and good luck to you, and HODL strong.